Peggy Ann Saltz at the Mobile Marketing Forum in London for bnetTV and Mobile Groove. And we have Akash Sureka, who is the CEO of Hoopz. Very interesting company, but I love your card, Akash. How can I help you, sir? That's a great way to get to the high-level view of Hoopz.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, Peggy. Nice talking to you. You know, one of the important thing what we are seeing is how you can really become relevant in contextual and what can catch your eye. You know, so the business card was the first start. You know, I thought, you know, if you add something funny to that, which can grab the eyeballs, it just gives you quick returns on your investment. People can go and read your card, you know, at the same time, rather than really looking at a later point of time. You know, so that's how we try to match our, technology along with what we're doing in our day-to-day activities. Also, and business card was a good start there.
So it's really about that idea again, the electronic concierge, but this time it's on steroids. This time it's happening. What are you doing?
Yeah, so what we saw in last few years of mobility marketing, people are looking for more of contextual marketing, to have high CTRs and to give high return on investments to the advertisers. That's one thing what we saw from advertisers' point of view. And the second thing what we saw is, based on some of the disruptive trends coming out, some of the bigger companies, where they can use their contextual digital marketing assets like search engine, to get into any kind of business, probably telecom. So lots of handset makers and telecom service providers are feeling that pain of monetizing, their contents, their apps, their devices, post-customer acquisition, And, we all know digital marketing is one of the best monetization avenue apart from contents and apps. And as I said, to really have good high returns on that kind of digital marketing platform, they need to become contextual, right? And they also want to make it more personalized kind of activities for the consumers, right? I mean, the service providers, the content providers, they have huge amount of contents and information lying with them, but how that can be helped to a consumer to get it discovered at a real time in a very automated fashion. So that's what we came out with, this really disruptive technology, which is pretty contextual in nature. It does not serve just pure ads, but it also helps to discover lots of contents and information which lies across the web, in a split second, based on the context of the communications of the consumers on the device, based on the context of the content they're consuming on the device, It's a pretty big market that way, and we're just trying to tap that, potential business over there.
I was lucky. I got to see a demonstration of it, and the first thing I thought of was a little like Google AdWords, but automated and smart. That was my summary of it. But maybe you can give me, the Reader's Digest version, the condensed version of actually how it works or what the user experience is.
Yeah, that's great. So typically what we have been seeing is mobile advertisement has been typically considered as an adware. You have seen SMSs coming to you, advertisers trying to establish context and then trying to get them engaged, and some of the times it just pops up where you feel, okay, this is blocking my activity, right? So from a user experience point of view, we try to see what we can provide in a very differentiated manner, and we came out with a very good split screen kind of business model, split screen kind of user experience, where all of your activities on the screen, your applications remains as is. Nothing blocks you. Nothing comes as an overlap, nothing comes as an overlay. Everything works independently. So the moment you're trying to do something on your device, and at the same time you can discover products, information, contents in a very different screen altogether. Talking about technology, if you see, it's very contextual, as I said. Today we have one of the biggest example, as you said, is Google, where you go, you type something, you get search results, and you get ads associated with that. Pretty good business model, and Google had been able to do billions of dollars market over there. We had come out, we thought today consumers are just not doing manual search, but they're doing lots of communications on device. There's an SMS, an MMS, email, chatting, social networking, browsing. You talk about lots of things on a device nowadays, right? So we thought, can we discover this kind of advertisements and product information in a very automated way without really asking consumer to go and do manual search? For example, I'm sending an SMS and say, hey Peggy, I would like to have a burger at Cannington Road, can you help me out? So we deliver very contextual advertising based on the word, coffee, without really tying up with anybody, without modifying the SMS application, without giving any interface to the application. To talk about other examples like instant messaging, let's say we are chatting about something, let's say we're talking about burger on chatting, Now there's thousands of instant messaging applications. Now if somebody wants to become contextual, they have to open up their APIs in a very technical word, and they have to tie up with that application developers to interface their advertisements or information, what do you want to do with them. We work pretty independently. So when you buy a device and you download thousands of applications on the device, we still deliver contextual advertisements. We still deliver that contextual information and content discovery without modifying the application.
So as the last question, who is it you're actually then dealing with? You're dealing with operators, you're talking to device makers. How are we going to see Hoopz in the future?
Yes, our primary business model was B2B to begin with, and we are working with lots of service providers across Europe, across Asia, and across Middle East. I just got a call from Saudi Arabia Telecom and say, hey, guys, we just want to go ahead. When are we ready to do this, right? So yeah, telecom service providers are one of our major customers because they're looking for monetizing, right, as we discussed just now. And second is handset makers. Now, device makers, if you see today, are expanding their portfolios other than smartphones, right? I mean, they're doing smartphones, they're coming out with smart TVs, and they're coming out ebook readers. So they have a wide variety of portfolio of devices, and we are helping them as well to monetize post-device sales. So yes, handset makers and telecom service providers are our customers. I wouldn't miss, consumers. Though consumers are our real users, but consumers, in a sense, are our partners. Consumers, in a sense, are our customers, because what we're trying to do is shifting that, a paradigm shift into consumers' mindset where you have so much of data with you. Why don't you become publishers? Right? So consumers, in a sense, are our customers, where we give lots of opt-in programs to them, and we pass on our real benefits to them. It's like a partner earning something along with us. So that's our ecosystem where service providers, handset makers, or device makers, I would say, are our potential customers, and we're bringing this new customer-centric business model with the consumers as well.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot from you. You can go back now and pack for Saudi Arabia, right?
All right, thank you so much, Peggy.
For bnetTV, I'm Peggy Ann Saltz.